Hello everyone and welcome to my review for Record of Ragnarok Chapter 55. Before I get into this review, I of course have to mention my subscriber goal for 2021 hitting 4,000 by the end of the year. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, you might as well to help us reach our goal. I guarantee it, if every person watching this who wasn't subscribed hit that subscribe button, we'd reach our goal in no time. So with that out of the way, let's get on with the review. This chapter is titled Taboo, and that is because of the certain cosplaying, cross-dressing man that Brynhild and Gaul find in the fighter selection room, who is currently dressed up as Brynhild for some reason. And we find out that this person is none other than Nostradamus, the prophet of the century, and one of the fighters on humanity's roster. Now, I've seen already that this design is a little controversial. Some people like it, some people hate it, because, well, Nostradamus, in most of his depictions, I'm pretty sure most of the paintings we have of him, he's just like a kind of average old dude. Now, to make the case for Record of Ragnarok's design, he is French, so you know that's something. But also, he's a annoying little bastard. He's a tricksy little fuck. As Brynhild says, he's the most obnoxious man in all of human history. So I guess him having this very childlike, twinkish design is kind of fitting for that. However, Brynhild also says that he is really fucking strong. So strong that he is humanity's Joker, and I don't mean Joker as in, like, Heath Ledger. It was constructed to basically stop things from Helheim from going into Valhalla, because they used to go to war all the time. Now, Nostradamus just decided to break it, kind of. Seemingly for the fuck of it. He's the type of guy where, when he thinks of something, he just has to do it. He just has to try whatever comes to mind. And he has the power to do that, I guess. He wouldn't have even been able to be kept in Helheim. He could have just killed the guards and left if he wanted to, but he found Helheim to be entertaining. He liked the place. So he stayed there. So, I assume some people will be kind of mad about having this kind of annoying little twink as one of the strongest fighters on the roster, but what are you gonna do about it? I think that him being such a little shit makes me not really mind the design. Because he looks like a little shit. His design fits his personality. So I don't really have too much of an issue with it. We have a bit of a track record for humanity's trump cards looking very cute. I mean, just look at Adam. Yeah, he's ripped as fuck, but look at his face. Now, if I had to make any kind of prediction for Nostradamus' power, it would either be that when he says something, you know, when he puts his power into it, he can just make things happen. He can just control causality or whatever. Or it's the opposite of that, and if he says that something's going to... The new character for My Hero, Stars and Stripes, where he is just able to make rules that become real, I could see that too. Either way, this dude's a little bit of a fucking reality bender here. And that feels like a pretty solid explanation for why he's so strong. I'm wondering, once we find out what his actual power is, I wonder how he's going to stack up against Adam. Because those guys are the two trump cards for humanity's team. I'm wondering how they'll stack up to each other. As far as we can tell, Adam is always going to be the strongest human, because otherwise Brynhild would have pulled out Nostradamus to fight Zeus. Or, you know, not to fight Zeus, but if she's like, oh yeah, we definitely need a win, pull out Nostradamus. No. I mean, maybe if she knew Zeus was coming up, she would have pulled out Nostradamus. I don't know. But anyway, he came here because he wanted to know when his match is. And we're told it's not until much later, which I had figured. In my mind, Nostradamus would probably be the second to last fighter. That was always my prediction. But since he's explicitly the trump card, he may go last. He may be the last guy. You generally would want your strongest guy to go up last, unless you absolutely need to get a win right now, like with Adam. So they get the call, they get the little text message for who's going to be fighting in round 7, and we find out that it's Hades. Hades is the alteration to the list, the replacement for Buddha on the gods roster. We still don't know which human is going to be taken off of humanity's list, because which human will be voted off the list. I'm sure a lot of people will say, hopefully, like, Kintoki, because he seems to be basically the one fighter on there that, like, nobody gives a shit about. But the alterations to the lists are very timely, because we actually just got a new patron added to the list. So, special thanks to Fuse, Neo, Dijon Redden, Anthony Chavez, Honey Mustard, Zach Rowitz, K-God, Chris Redfield, Scratch23, Rat, Ryzen 4K, Artist, Mac Campaign, Wave of Manga, Sam the Ace, and our newest patrons, Chuck's Feed and Seed. Thank you all very much for supporting me on Patreon. I greatly appreciate it. And if you too want to get a shout out at some point during the video, or access to reviews for Soul Leveling and the Boxer, you can always become a patron as well. There's a link to my Patreon down in the description. Now then, now that Hades has been selected, it's time to pick someone who will be able to beat him. And according to even Nostradamus, or no, according to Gaul, they're both talking at the same time, there isn't any human who can beat him. Now, Gaul clearly does not know how strong some of these humans are. I mean, if Nostradamus is the trump card, I mean, come on. But if Gaul, you've been through this whole tournament. You have said this like 3 times by now. There's no human that can beat this guy. Shut up! You know that there are. It's fine. Brynhild has a plan for everything. And there is one. One human that can defeat Hades. Another ruler. The ruler where it all began. Also, yeah, we see his face. We also see, like, Rasputin's face, and it looks like actual historical Rasputin. I'm wondering how his appearance is going to be changed for the manga, because now some people are trying to figure out where his waiting room is. If this guy, if his, like, little character quirk is that he has no sense of direction whatsoever, I think I may love him. I think I may absolutely love him. So he's looking around for his room, and then he sees a sign over a door saying VIP section, and he thinks, ah, there's no mistaking that. That must be me, because, you know, I am a very important person. So now we go and see Ares and Hermes, who are chilling out in their room. It seems that Hermes was not actually trying to convince Ares to go. Ares just thought that was happening, or Hermes was just fucking with him like he always does. And then we get to see what the new arena looks like. It looks like some kind of undead cathedral. Very spooky, very fitting for, you know, Halloween time. Very fitting that we get this revealed right before the spookiest day of the year. So that's just nice. And having apparently not learned anything, Ares is very confident that no one can beat Hades. And then our new fighter enters the room, and he takes a seat right on Hades' little couch thing. And he says, this is a really nice seat. This is a nice-ass chair. I like it. Now, Ares and Hermes are very confused. They wonder if he's lost, which, I mean, he is. But he doesn't give a shit. This is the type of dude where he could have no idea where he is, and he doesn't care. He's just like, oh, whatever. I'll find somewhere to fucking sit. So, I actually like that Ares wants to take this dude to the human section. I don't know why. It's not like he's yelling at him to leave or whatever. But he's just like, I'll fucking take you to the human section. Whatever. Is a ridiculous strength feat that he just casually flips a god over himself with one hand. And Ares is a big guy and a god. So apparently this dude is really fucking strong physically, which was something I did not expect in the slightest. He was not the type of guy that I even remotely expected to be like a big physical fighter. So when Hermes tries to step up on this dude, he points at him and says, humble yourselves. He's telling gods, humble yourselves before me. It matters not what this place is. You're in the presence of an emperor. The throne is where I am. This is none other than Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, the man who united all of China by conquest. The King of Kings is here, which means that for round 7, we are going to be getting a Royal Rumble between the King of the Dead and the first Emperor of China. That's a pretty exciting matchup right there. Not to mention, both of these fellows have absolutely outstanding designs and big Chadley energy. Oh my god, does Qin have such humongous fucking Chad energy. Not even Buddha was flexing on people this hard. I will go to say that, because, like, Buddha's a top-tier god, so him flexing on everyone else is just like, man, Buddha, you're so cool, you're so strong, you don't give a shit. Qin is a human walking up through the gods' arena. It's one of those fights, again, like round 4 or round 5, where I pretty much like both characters just as much. I like both of them, they're both cool, they're both good characters. Well, we really haven't gotten enough insight into either of them to know if they're good characters, but they're both cool. They're both Chadley, they have great designs. I will be upset when either of them dies, but I'm fine with either of them winning. But unfortunately for Qin, I think Hades has got this. He's got, as far as we can tell, a way better motivation. He's like, yeah, they killed my fucking brother. I'm gonna avenge my brother Poseidon. He's the one god that actually gave a shit about his brother. So, yeah, very unfortunate. But hey, I could be wrong. I see a lot of people are putting their money behind Qin. I know the Kingdom fans are going absolutely apeshit right now. And I don't know if Qin is the type of guy to get hit with, you know, the usual thing that happens in manga, you know, with the Chinese characters getting a little fucked over. Because Kingdom's very popular, and people really fucking like Qin, so I have no idea. But you guys tell me. I'm gonna have a poll up later to see who you guys think is going to win. But yeah, looks like round 7. Oh, it's gonna be very, very fucking good. I can tell just from the characters. This is the first time in a while where both characters have shown up, and I'm like, holy shit, both of you are so fucking cool, Jesus Christ. So yeah, I'll have a poll up later to see who you guys think is going to win, or I guess who you want to win, I don't know. Also, what do you guys think of Nostradamus? I'm kind of curious about that. But yeah, with that, that's all I have to say for this month's chapters. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Record of Ragnarok chapter reviews every month. If you enjoy discussing Record of Ragnarok with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce on this channel, I highly suggest you check out my Discord server. I have linked to that down in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take care.